It's Championship Monday, and you guys, this is a very exclusive experience you guys are about to have. Normally, Championship Sunday, we have thousands of people here, but you've seen it over the years. You see sometimes it's advertised big band, small venue, and it's a special experience. But you guys, welcome to a big tournament, small venue, and I thank you all for coming here. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to count on you guys to make lots and lots of noise because these anglers deserve to be celebrated. We deserve to share that message around the world. All the viewers watching on Bassmaster.com. But we started with 102 anglers, cut it down to 50. 10 went out today, and in a few minutes, we will crown our third Bassmaster Elite Series champion of 2024 right here in this beautiful part of the world. Let me hear it from you guys. So our anglers today going to do a drive-through weigh-in. So they'll be bringing up their boat. They'll be coming through here. So make sure you make lots of noise when we bring them up here. It has been an incredible season on the Elite Series. We had 2 events, one in Louisiana, one in Texas. Now we have 2 back-to-back events in Florida. You don't have to leave us right now. After today, we're going to head up to Palatka, Florida next week for a very special Bassmaster event. Rick Clunn's 500th Bassmaster event. Let's hear it for the amazing Mr. Rick Clunn. Had a big week here. Believe finished 20th place in this tournament, proving that, as he says, never accept that your greatest moments are in the past. And special things going to be happening next week to celebrate Rick Clunn, and I can't wait to be part of it. But first, we got to celebrate these top 10 anglers, and I know you guys are going to help me do that. Are you guys ready to weigh some fish? Before we can weigh any fish, we need to bring out our weighmaster. Get loud, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Chris Bowes. Chris, as I said, a very unique experience. I mean, some sorry suckers are stuck working, but none of us, we get to be part of this.
Yeah, I mean, great little crowd, though, here today. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. We appreciate it. We also appreciate all the folks. You saw many, if you were here just a few minutes ago, on the stage that supported this event. Of course, Greater Orlando Sports Commission, give them a big round of applause for everything they've done, along with the city of Leesburg and, of course, Lake County. We can't do it without great support from folks like that. We have the Florida Bass Nation, some of our young anglers and our adult anglers out back taking care of these fish, getting them back into the fishery so they can, be caught again, and we can continue to come back time and time again. Of course, most of our sponsors have moved up the road to Palatka, and we urge you. It's like, what, an hour and a half from here, I think. And, seeing Mr. Clunn fish his 500th tournament is just going to be nothing short of amazing. He's obviously had some success in Florida, had some success here this week, won a couple events, his most recent wins up there. So win, lose, or draw, get up there and support Mr. Clunn, one of the icons, by far one of my heroes, and I look forward to seeing him compete there in Palatka on the St. Johns River. And I look forward to seeing how all this shakes out. Look at this, man. We got him ready to roll.
I'll let you get the scale set up. Are you guys ready to do this? Leesburg, Florida, we are happy to be back here the 4th time the Elite Series visits this incredible part of the world. Are you guys ready? It is Championship Sunday at the Lowrance Bassmaster Elite on the Harris chain. One more time. Are you ready? Let's get ready to win! Our very first angler fishing his very first championship round. He is from the great state of Alabama. I need you all to get loud, ladies and gentlemen, for Joseph Webster. Incredible week here in Leesburg, Florida, but that week will always be remembered for Joseph Webster as his first Bassmaster Elite Series top 10. Started the day with 47 pounds of 14 ounces. 47-14, and welcome to Championship Monday. Needs 15 pounds, 5 ounces to take the lead. 5 fish here today, 13 pounds, 9 ounces. He moves into second place with 61 pounds and 7 ounces as he digs deep in that Crush City weigh-in bag. Leesburg, Florida, they all deserve to be celebrated. A top 10 finish here on the Bassmaster Elite Series. So not going to take the lead, but congratulations on your first top 10 here in the Elite Series. You've worked hard. You've been close before, but now that you got a taste of this one, I'm sure you want a few more of these.
Woo, it's been a good week. I mean, these don't come often. I don't care who you are, but it's been good. Practice was terrible, and I guess it's just sometimes it's meant to be, and blessed, I guess is what you would more like how you would put it. But we worked our tails off this week. It's going to be a good finish, and it's going to be a good payday, and especially some good points. We are trying to get to that classic one time.
I would love to see you in the Classic, but I look forward to seeing you in Palatka, Florida. 1 down, 9 more to go. Let's get the next one rolling this way. Returning to the Bassmaster Elite Series, he is a former Strike King College Bass champion. He is a 2-time Bassmaster Classic champion, a 5-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, the back-to-back Bassmaster Classic champion from Cullman, Alabama, Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee had 48 pounds and 4 ounces to start the day. An unbelievable return to the Bassmaster Elite Series. 3 Elite Series events in this season, and this his second championship round. Had 48 pounds and 4 ounces as of this morning. Looking for 14 pounds, 15 ounces. 5 fish here today, needs 14, 15, 17 pounds, 12 ounces. With 66 pounds even, Jordan Lee is leading the Lowrance Bassmaster Elite on the Harris chain here in beautiful Leesburg, Florida. Get loud for Ranger Pro Jordan Lee. Jordan Lee gonna load our Yeti hot seat here in a minute. The longer he can stay there, the more he gets paid. First, we're gonna weigh one of these fish for Phoenix Boats at B.A.S.S. Obviously needs to be 10-8 for the tournament. It's not. But we'll get it going. The first Phoenix Boats B.A.S.S. of the day. 5 pounds, 10 ounces. So he takes over Phoenix Boats B.A.S.S. You're leading the tournament with 66 pounds even. And man, you took a few year hiatus away from the Elite Series, but it looks like you're picking up right where you left off. It's awesome to see, Jordan.
Man, it's great to be back. Great to see you, Dave, and everybody from Bass. It's been a great week out here on the Harris chain. Like, it literally could have not gone any better for me. There's no way. Like, it was just a perfect week. Had the day 2 slow day, 9 pounds. Probably would have done a little bit over again, but man, like I said on stage yesterday, really went old school. Like, I mean, I have all the units just like everybody else, but I found this one spot, the first morning of practice. And I found it with a Carolina rig, and I couldn't see the fish on it. I couldn't figure out why they were there, but they were there, and that's all that matters sometimes. Sometimes you always wonder as a pro angler, like, why are those fish there? What are they doing? But I have no clue still what they were doing. But they were there, and caught them on a Berkeley max scent, a kingtail worm, and that was really my only spot. I fished all throughout the chain all week. I practiced every day, and it just nothing ever clicked for me. But, I had one little sweet spot that I was catching them on, and today it wasn't firing, and I backed out, caught a fish on a hair jig, which is, I put them in my boat last night. I don't know if there's ever been a hair jig thrown on Harris chain, but they will bite it. But yeah, great week this week. We got practice in the morning on St. John's River, and just want to thank all the companies too that work with me throughout the year, man. And we really, you hear guys come up here saying, you can't do it without them, but we really can't. They mean the world to us. So had a great time this week.
Congrats on a good one. You're not going anywhere. But wait, remember how this works?
Oh, I forgot.
You got to sit in the Yeti hot seat. Kick back, relax. It's very...
You got any drinks for me or anything?
Oh, no. With the drinks already went to Palatka, I think. No, we'll get you a drink. Look, I got you one right here. There you go.
Oh, that's
There you go. Enjoy that. There's no ice in there, but it would keep stuff really cold if we put ice in it.
Yeah, I was checking. I was making sure this wasn't a cooler.
Yeah, well, it can be if you put ice in it. Right now, it just keeps things warm. Let's roll through our next angler. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. This is his 5th Bassmaster Top 10 during the week. He is a lawyer. On the weekends, he is a Bassmaster Elite Series pro, making him the barrister, Edward Loughran III. 50 pounds and an ounce to start the day. He needs 16 pounds even to take the lead here today. Looking for 16 pounds, 10 pounds, 10 ounces with 60 pounds, 11 ounces. He moves into 4th place, and Jordan Lee can relax a little longer here in our Yeti hot seat. The longer you stay there, the more you get paid. Let's hear it for the barrister, Edward Loughran III. Ed, a great week here this week, and much needed. And this one, when you realize, you look at that leaderboard, it's more shocking a lot of the names that aren't in the top 50 this time around. Like, this one hit a lot of anglers hard. How did you avoid that bomb that so many others unfortunately experienced?
4 big fish. That's it. I had 4 big fish during the tournament, none today, obviously. I went to Apopka 3 of the 4 days, and that place wrecked a lot of people's weeks. I don't know why, but it just seems like a volatile place. My boat and motor and all my equipment did great. I mean, I probably went farther than anybody this whole week. And everything just went really well. It was a good week. And this morning, even though I only had 10 or 11 pounds, this morning I caught every fish on a buzzbait. And it was just a fun way to fish, and I haven't done it in a while, and just picked it up, and it was a good time.
Topwater fish should be worth more, don't you think?
I think that'd be great. Maybe 2 times. Maybe I'd take over that seat, but that's not happening.
It's great to have you here. Congrats on another top 10. Let's hear it for Ed Loughran, and let's keep them rolling through. Fishing his 6th Bassmaster Top 10. He is a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. From Texas, get loud for Brad Watley. A very rare championship Monday, and got to thank Leesburg, Florida. You guys are always incredible. He had 50 pounds and an ounce to start the day. He needs 16 pounds even to knock Jordan Lee out of our Yeti hot seat. He says he doesn't have to worry about that. 4 fish here today, 5 pounds, 15 ounces. He moves into 6th place currently. And unfortunately, dried up here on Championship Monday, but another great finish for Brad Watley. Brad, a great week for you, and unfortunately a tougher day today, but I know in the situation you were in, I mean, a lot of times the old swinging for the fences thing gets used, and I think a lot of times it's a better way of saying I just didn't catch him. But in this situation, with a tournament leader that had a big lead, you guys were all swinging, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, that does get a little overused, but I mean, you got to look at it, and it's really a chess game. I mean, that's what a tournament is. I mean, you come into it, you see your weights, you know what you got a chance of catching. And if I'd have stayed here, I'd have probably caught 11, 12 pounds, maybe. I may not have caught that. So I did. I tried to catch a big bag, and it don't always work out. But honestly, I'll tell you, things happen for a reason, because I had a phenomenal practice in Apopka, and I had a bad boat draw to try that. I was mid-pack, so I was mid-pack both days, and really things worked out because it allowed me to catch 2 big bags and stay here close. So if I would have went to Apopka and had a good boat draw on day 1, I probably wouldn't be here. So
you are where you're meant to be, and you were meant to be part of this top 10. You got to take this momentum to Palatka and keep it rolling.
Absolutely, yeah. We're headed right up the road, and we're going to try to catch some more big fish up there.
Congrats on another good one. It's pretty cozy here, huh?
Hey, I forgot what this feels like. It feels pretty good.
Yeah.
You got me in the shade too.
Yeah, nice water there, shade. And remember when you were like the young gun?
It's been a minute, but yeah, we do have a young gun coming up. He's caught quite a few fish in his short career. Really good angler.
I'll bring him up. Let's get him rolling. A really good angler is an understatement. He is the youngest angler ever to fish the Bassmaster Elite Series. He is the youngest Bassmaster Elite Series champion. He is your current leader in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. Your current leader in Dakota Lithium Rookie of the Year points. The only angler in history that weighs less than the weight that he weighed in on his winning weight. From Illinois, fishing phenom, Trey McKinney. £50 and 2 ounces as of today. He needs 15-15 to take the lead away from Jordan Lee. Looking for 15 pounds, 15 ounces. 15 pounds, 5 ounces. He moves into second place, 10 ounces short of the overall lead with 65 pounds and 7 ounces. Let's hear it for this young fishing phenom. In second place now with 65 pounds, 7 ounces, and Trey. First of all, I noticed, I didn't mention this morning, you're growing some whiskers. This isn't, you're aging rapidly right in front of our eyes.
I don't know about that. I thought about shaving. You know, it kind of looks squiggly. I haven't been able to grow like a beard. You know, that's probably still gonna be a while. So we're gonna try though. I might probably shave it off here in a little bit. You know, it's kind of a weird feeling right now. So.
Well, I wouldn't change anything you're doing because honestly, I mean, you're 3 events in your Elite Series career, but it's on record. It is one of the hottest starts in Elite Series history. You have made 2 top 10s, and the one you missed, you were in 12th place. You're leading everything there is in this sport, and you turned 19 years old a month ago. Life's pretty good, huh?
It is. I tell you what, we've been blessed. You know, just be able to go out there and try to catch a green pickle. So. I tell you, it's been pretty amazing, really. Just kind of the road and the people I've met through it. You know, all the guys out here are amazing guys. You know, it's been an awesome journey.
How are you doing what you're doing?
I don't know. You know, I honestly, we just kind of go fishing. You know, that's kind of the biggest thing for me. I feel like is what helps me the most is just, you know, instead of complicating much, I got like 5 or 6 techniques that I like. I'm starting to get more broad now. But I got 5 or 6 techniques I believe in, you know, and we go do it. Today was a little different, you know. We lost a giant at the boat, and I so happened to be a minute late. You know, we rode a roller coaster. You know, it went up, and then it went back down, and we went up, then went down. You know, so we just went fishing day. But overall, we had a good day. It was fun. Everything about it out there, I was really swinging for the fence. You know, I thought I knew how to catch some big ones. We tried. We were a little close. We seen them, but the few we had bite, you know, we let them go, or we'll go on to the next one, Palatka.
No better state to ride a roller coaster than Florida. But before you leave, he's going to get our weekly bonus, our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year leader bonus, $1,000 for that. Every week you get that. And at the very end of the season, if you're still holding on to that title, the check gets a whole lot bigger. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Snot-nosed kid, huh?
Just going fishing. You heard that before.
Yeah, I know a guy who used to say that all the time. What about this next guy?
He ain't half bad either.
Ain't half bad indeed. Let's get him rolling this way. He is a 10-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 10-time FLW Tour winner, an 8-time Bassmaster winner. He is the 2022 Bassmaster Classic champion from Dry Creek, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. This his 32nd Bassmaster Top 10. Had 50 pounds and 12 ounces at the start of the day today. And when Christie fishes on Championship Sunday, magical things happen to happen. 15 pounds and 5 ounces is what he's looking for. He's got 50 pounds and 12 ounces as of this morning. 5 fish to add to that here on Championship Monday. Lowrance Bassmaster Elite, 9 pounds, 14 ounces. With 60 pounds, 10 ounces, he moves into 6th place. And another top 10 for Jason Christie. So another top 10, which is great to be celebrated. And, you know, I kind of said it to Brad a little while ago, but watching you today, it definitely felt like you had one thing locked in your hand and you were riding it to the end.
Yeah, you know, somebody said the other day, I saw it, I think on social media, you can't be scared to fail. You know, to win, you can't be scared to fail. And, you know, going out, I was behind the 8 ball big time, and I figured out a little deal. a couple of days ago, and I probably made a mistake last night. I made the fishing gods mad. I told Gussie that I figured out how to catch them. And you don't say that in Florida because the fishing gods, they don't like that. And I could literally, there was a 2-hour window. The second and the third day, I could catch them as fast. I mean, just as fast, and they were good ones. And that 2-hour window just never happened today. I mean, even the fish I caught, you know, I got a hold of 2 good ones this morning and didn't boat either one of them. That's how it is. It's just good to come to Florida, you know, fish in nice weather and get a top 10. I mean, it seems like I'm either in the top or in the very bottom, and more so it's usually the very bottom. So good finish. Can't wait for next week, you know, or not next week, tomorrow to get started, I guess. There's nothing more that I wanted to do than knock this guy out of this chair right here.
Why?
Yeah, we pick.
It's bullying.
Yeah. He's taking the trophy away from me a time or two. So I might just push him off the stage.
I mean, I don't think there's a rule against it, and I'm a big WWE fan, so let her rip, Tater Chip.
I think as much as he weighs, I could probably throw him in the front row. You know?
Let's find out.
Yeah, let's do it. Does anybody want to take a bet on how far I can throw Jordan Lee? No, it's been great. Good finish, and you know, I kind of maximized what I found. I didn't have any juice holes. I was just fishing, and it kind of bit me today. But good finish, and thanks for everybody that supports me, especially my family, but all the sponsors. You know, this is a long road. You travel 20 hours, and you're by yourself, and it makes for some long days.
Awesome finish. Awesome having you in the Elite Series. Look forward to seeing you, Plaka. Happy he left, huh?
I'll tell you what, I got some things to say. Now that he's gone. He can't hear us, can he?
Oh, boy.
Oh, he's coming back. I take it back.
What was that you were going to say?
I got to take it back. Yeah, I didn't say anything. I just said Jason's a really great guy.
That's what I was thinking. Let's get our next angler rolling through. He's a Bassmaster Elite Series rookie, part of that incredible 2024 rookie class. In only his 3rd Bassmaster Elite Series event, he is making his 2nd top 10. He is in the top 3 for Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. He is a Bassmaster Open winner. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, the only angler to ever qualify for the Bassmaster Elite Series from the great state of Maine, making him the main event, Tyler Williams. Tyler Williams had 51 pounds and 9 ounces. He's got 5 fish, looking for 14 pounds, 8 ounces. 14 pounds, 10 ounces. 66 pounds, 3 ounces. Tyler Williams is now leading the Lowrance Bassmaster Elite at the Harris Chain in Leesburg, Florida. And the good news is Jason Christie just became a big fan of Tyler Williams. And the bad news is we got to say goodbye to Jordan Lee. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's a pretty big dog you just knocked off there.
Yeah, I'm wondering who's going to be able to throw me off the seat.
You've been training for this moment.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can get me to the front row. No, it was a fun week. We're in Florida, and I'm here on the stage on the final day, so that's always awesome. And Harris Chain fits kind of how I like to fish. We'll see how the St. John's goes. That's going to be completely winging it, hoping for the best. But this was awesome. The crowd's great. Everything's great. If you guys are looking for some jigs, as you know, I like to throw jigs. 44 Tackle just got my signature colors in stock today, actually, on their website and in the store. So go check them out if you want some jigs. They're pretty hard to get, so maybe get them before I do.
You love to throw a jig. You seem to seemingly giggle your way through the whole Elite Series when people are like, oh, the rookies are here. They're going to be nervous. I have yet to see you even take it serious. Is it as fluid and as simple as it seems from the outside?
I think so. I mean, no, I'm fishing against myself out there, it feels like, just trying to catch the biggest fish I can. But as soon as it stops being fun, it's like, why am I doing it? So I'm going to make sure it stays fun and I keep doing what I like to do as long as I'm catching them. We'll change if we have to. As this week, I had to change to a jerk bait, which I don't think those fish should even count because they weren't on a jig. But I weighed them in anyways.
Well, we appreciate that. But the only time I've literally seen you nervous in this whole time is that pesky escalator that you had to ride for the first time at the Bassmaster Classic. Anything this week in Florida was a first-time experience?
No, sitting on the wet boat deck wasn't a first time. It wasn't fun, but it wasn't the first time.
Explain to people that don't know, what did you do yesterday?
So I fish barefoot, and I've got a black carpet, black seats, black carpet stickers. Everything's black on my boat, so it's super hot. So I decided, yeah, terrible idea. But I decided to take some water and pour it on the carpet, thinking, oh, cool it off, make it nice for my feet to stand on. And the first thing I did was not thinking sit down on the wet carpet. Ruined my day for about a half hour, but then we dried off and caught some more fish.
Well, I'm sure you're dealing with a horrible case of baboon butt, but you can rest yourself on our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for your tournament leader. Let's roll through our next angler. He is part of the Bethel University juggernaut from collegiate fishing, and he is a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, fishing his fourth Bassmaster Top 10, his second Elite Series Top 10 from North Carolina, K.J. Queen. 53 pounds, 6 ounces, weighing into the original Bassmaster theme song, so bonus points for that. Looking for 12 pounds, 14 ounces. Needs 12, 14, 18 pounds, 10 ounces with 72 pounds even. KJ Queen is allowed to throw Tyler Williams out of the chair. With that, we say goodbye to Tyler Williams. Let's hear it for him. And we say hello to KJ Queen, and a great performance today. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Today was a great day. Had a blessed day. Seen a lot of big fish. Couldn't get them to bite, but, you know, got what we got, and it was a fun day.
How did you fish this week? And a lot of the anglers seem to be fluid, changing lakes, changing approaches. But when I saw you in live, it seemed pretty consistent what you were doing. Did I just see you at the wrong times, or did you change up?
No, I kept the same thing going for every day. You know, I got in a little area that had a lot of big fish in, a lot of spawned out fish. Them fish got big old heads on them. If they were fat, they'd weigh a lot. But, you know, I went and I did what I did the best and went sight fishing and didn't really catch them off the bed, but I was caught a lot of them, you know, cruising and going down the banks. And it was a fun way to catch them. It'd take 15 to 45 seconds it felt like 2 hours, but you know, to get them to bite. But they just, you know, it's fun way to catch fish. I found one today that was about 9 or 10. She was going from bed to bed, and she just never would lock in. If she would have locked in, we could have, you know, maybe had something at it. But it was a good time.
How important is this finish here at this point in your career?
Oh, incredible! You know, I needed it. And last year was a little rough, a little rocky, and to get a little momentum going to Palaca. You know, I'm fired up about it. I'm ready to go down there and hopefully catch a big bag.
Looking forward to seeing you there, but before you go there, he's going to load our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, and let's roll through our next angler. He is a former Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a Bassmaster Open winner. He is the 2023 Bassmaster Opens EQ Angler of the Year. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, J.T. Tompkins. It'll buff out. 56 pounds and 9 ounces. That right there is a Signature Series Edition Tundra. It'll actually heal itself. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new feature they're not talking about. Needs 15 pounds, 8 ounces. 17 pounds, 3 ounces. J.T. Tompkins is leading the Lowrance Bassmaster Elite. at the Harris Chain in beautiful Leesburg, Florida. Get loud for JT Tompkins. And with that, we say goodbye to KJ Queen. Let's hear it for him. Going to have a top 3 finish here. And we say hello to JT Tompkins. And man, I've kind of teased it, but you two have battled it out before, and you've battled it out right here on this very body of water. Last year, he was leading Angler of the Year. You came here to the Harris Chain and took that title, obviously, and you took a swing at it here today.
Yeah, I mean, we gave it everything we got. That's all I could possibly ask for, is to get an opportunity at a day like today. And, you know, from the second I blasted off this morning to the second I loaded up, I gave it everything I had. I tried to put up my bait in front of as many fish as I could. And, you know, I don't know how it's going to shake out, but, you know, that's all I can really ask for, and I'm perfectly pleased with whatever happens. And he's a great competitor. He was a great competitor all year last year, and he's going to be a great competitor for a long time. And I'm just looking forward to the day that maybe the sides flip-flop a little bit, and maybe I can get one of these trophies. But, man, it's just been a great time competing against these guys, and John Garrett has truly ran me through a gauntlet last year, and he's running me through a gauntlet again this year. And, you know, it just makes us better every single time having guys like that beside you. It just makes you better, and that's what I want. I want to compete against the best anglers in the world, and that's what he is, and I just know it's going to make me a better person every single day.
Iron sharpens iron. Great words to live by. Before you load the hot seat, tell me, how did you catch him this week? Were there key baits, or was it always changing?
It was a little bit of different stuff. I have a couple different patterns. I ran around like a chicken with my head cut off all week. That's how I like to fish. But, I mean, I put a cage fighter jig in my hand, 5/8 ounce, and then also a flapping hog on the back of it, and peanut butter and jelly. And then in the mornings, as y'all guys saw, you threw an OG clutch. It was a clutch Boss. It's a 9 3/4 inch glide bait around some really big fish. Try to get a couple bites, and then if I couldn't get them to bite those two things and the brush piles or whatever, I would throw a little Nico rig, 5-inch Yamamoto Senko, probably the best bait of all time. And I just dipped in a little bit of chartreuse, all my baits this week, and that's kind of all I did. I kept it, you know, pretty simple. Had a lot of rods in the deck to try, but I didn't really, you know, employ them. You know, I just had a lot of fish that I was trying to cover more water rather than just try to trick as, you know, few fish. I'd rather put it in front of a lot of fish.
Before you load the hot seat, I got to talk to you about one particular fish. You know, everybody talks about lost fish, but you had a fish that literally had the entire media center peering over a computer watching you because you had a giant fish. You could see it in your forward-facing sonar unit. It was wrapped in a tree, and at one point you actually took an opportunity to call our tournament director, Lisa Talmadge, and ask if you could jump in the water, which thank God you couldn't. Tell me what was going through your mind.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a lot of fish this week. I was fishing a lot of brush, tons of brush in the area too. So I broke off a bunch of fish this week and lost a bunch of fish this week. And that was just one of those fish that I knew it put me over that mark. It was a 7+ class fish. And, you know, I mean, I knew the rule going into it, but I was like, you know what? Might as well call her and just see. It'd make good camera, diving in head first after a 7-pounder and bring it up with it, you know, but that's besides the point. But I tried it. It didn't work. And I had to break her off, but it's all good. She's still swimming around. I saw her. I came back 30 minutes later. She's still cruising around the brush pile teasing me. So hopefully come back in 2 years, I'll get her again.
Well, you are off to a great start to his career. Let's load the Yeti hot seat, and that leaves us with one angler. He has led this tournament since the very first day. He's a former Bassmaster Classic qualifier. He is a former Strike King College Bass Champion. In his third Bassmaster Elite Series event, this Elite Series rookie is trying to go wire to wire from Union City, Tennessee. Get loud for John Garrett. John Garrett, also part of the Bethel University juggernaut. It is incredible the amount of pros that started their collegiate career at Bethel and are now a big player on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Let's get both these anglers side to side. John Garrett started the day with 63 pounds, 2 ounces. He's trying to go wire to wire. He needs 10 pounds, 11 ounces. Flippity flop. What has he got? 21 pounds, 3 ounces. 21-3. And Garrett goes wire to wire and wins the Lowrance Bassmaster Elite at the Harris Chain. John Garrett goes wire to wire. He has fought and clawed to get to the Bassmaster Elite Series. We're going to weigh this fish for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. It's definitely going to take it over for the day. It needs to be 5'10", 7 pounds, 4 ounces. A new Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the day with 84 pounds, 5 ounces. You have fought and clawed to get here. We have expected to see you here for years. You've come in with 1 point or 2 points short of getting to the Elite Series. Well, you're an Elite Series pro and 3 events into your Elite Series career. You are a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. John, I talked to your family this morning, and they said as young as 4 years old, you were practicing hoisting a trophy, and you couldn't even say the word world. You would just say Bassmaster Classic Champion. Well, you don't have to say them right now because you got a schlub like me that's about to yell them. How special is this moment?
It's a dream come true. I remember being a real small kid laying in bed with my granddad right there, watching the Bassmaster Elite Series on the weekend. It was a hard choice whether to watch the Elite weigh-in or go fishing on the weekend, or the TV show. But I never thought that I would even be on this platform, let alone getting a hold on those trophies. I see my granddad coming. Let's get my wife and kid up here too. Y'all come around back here. I'm not going to go through a whole sponsor spiel, but I got a really good support system here. Got my wife and kid, my granddad, grandma that came, and man, the Lord had his hand above me all week. On that off day we had, something was just telling me to take a chance on this tournament. I was really about to go to Griffin, play it safe, try to catch 10 or 12 pounds a day. But I just had this little voice in my head on that off day say, go for those big ones, go for those big ones. And, since I made that decision, the Lord's been with me all week. And every time a thought come in my head, I rolled with it. Whether it's a bait change, a location change. Just all week I could not do the wrong thing. And, grateful.
Well, these people that made it happen for you, let's turn to them, give them a big hug, and we'll bring this trophy out. He has dreamed of this moment his whole life, and it's not just his dream, it's a family dream. I'd like to welcome Commissioner Kirby Smith from Lake County to award the trophy, and let's make this official. John Garrett goes wire to wire. The Lowrance Bassmaster Elite at the Harris chain belongs to John Garrett. Elite Series rookie to Bassmaster Elite Series champion. And for the second time in only 3 events, we have an Elite Series rookie as your Elite Series champion. Anyone else you want to thank? You've dreamed of this moment, and it's about to get real busy for you here, John.
Yeah, I have not let alone the family here, a really great support system as far as sponsors and companies helping me out. They took a big gamble with me. I haven't won a tournament since 2016, and it took me a long time to get here, and not a single person lost faith in me. And that means the world to me, and this is for them and my family, and I could not be more thankful for everybody.
You caught that 7-4 today. And you held it up, and you said, I don't know which is heavier, the trophy or that fish. You can now officially answer that.
Yeah, the trophy's definitely heavier. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What did that fish mean to you? Like, what was going through your mind? Because you did open the door, and you'll realize when you go back to watch this show, JT was with less than 2 pounds within you at that point.
Yeah, Dave. My primary area actually got, kind of ruled out by gar today. Had hundreds of gar come on my shell bed, and I could not find the bass. I put my rods up, and I scanned around for like 30 minutes, and I found that school of fish at, I don't know what time it was, I caught that one. And I found them and put the trolling motor down and caught that 7-pounder on my first cast, and then another 3-pounder. But when I caught that 7, I knew that, my chances were very good. And I mean, that was another one of those deals. I was sitting there fishing, and I just had a thought. I was like, let's scan and find them. And all week I went with my gut, and man, grateful again. I don't know what else to say.
Well, get ready to hoist that trophy one more time. He's worked hard for this. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's make some noise. Elite Series rookie to Elite Series champion in just 3 events. John Garrett goes wire to wire. And the Lowrance Bassmaster Elite belongs to John Garrett. Grandpa, if I can get you for a minute, you were telling me this morning about watching him at 4 years old hoist that trophy and pretend to win. How does this compare to the real thing?
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Congratulations to the whole Garrett family. Big bass, big stage, big dreams. And it doesn't take long for them to come true once you get here. John Garrett has fought and clawed. It wasn't a question of if, it was a question of when he would come to the Elite Series. Well, he is here now, and it took a grand total of 3 events before he becomes an Elite Series champion. John Garrett goes wire to wire.